the head moves, the target moves. On number 1, he takes it in, so it's not where he expects it to be on the arm. On number 2, he ducks. So defensively, there's head movement there. You know, it's not just relying on the arm. There is the arm's part of it. You know, but you also want to make sure, you know, as best you can, that you want to move the target as well. It's not where it was. We've seen on that first one how it proactively goes, that arm is mine. Before you've even done anything with it, I've got it. Right, on the second one, we see that how he latches onto it. So I've got it. Oh, it's giving me information. Do you know what I mean? So I'll drop myself in. And then again, he sticks to that one as he moves on. On number 6, he does a little bit sticking later on. But for the first 2, he doesn't. Right, so remember he said that blocking with one hand and striking with the other is not true martial arts. Right? So he often blocks and hits with the same hand, right? Because it's often the closest thing. And Christian, if you haven't heard it yet this weekend, you will hear it before the weekend's out, where Christian will talk about his first things first principle. You know, nearest weapon for blocking. If you'd had it earlier, I guess that's it. I remember teaching with him once in the UK, and he was talking about this first things first idea. So I'm listening to it and going, I really like the way he's expressing it. And I'm looking at the group of karateka in front of me. I think I should really let them know that this is a traditional idea. So I said to Christian, I go, do you mind if I just jump in? He said, no, off you go. So I gave what I thought was a very thorough 5-minute lecture on this first thing first idea from a traditional perspective, how Motobu did it, all this kind of stuff. I finished it thinking, I was happy with that. I looked at Christian and he goes, my instructor just says, take what works and call it karate. Anyway, everybody. You know, so he couldn't care less that it was traditional or not, which is healthy, right? But it is a traditional idea, although I think Christian expresses it more succinctly than we see in some of the older texts. Anyway, on this one, we're still left to left, as he shows it. Backhand comes with this end again, bang, that's what he does. Right, so he blocks it and immediately bounces in for a hook. There's various ways you can generate power on this one. The way Motobu does is he steps in with his whole body. He's like, okay, but you do it however you want to do it. Show it from the other side as well, if that's all right. So from there again, he checks it, and as soon as he's done it, that's going to land quickest. He's like, okay, you know, so just from there, it's bang. Now, on the drill, that's where it stops. But in application, it will boom, and then I'm in with the next one. So that initial, you know, then his brain's all handle that little bit as that one bang. And then I can hit it with something more substantial from a distance now I've opened him up. But if I try and do this, bang, bang, he's got time to launch that shot. You know what I mean? I'm doing nothing for that one. From there, it's boom. That's what we're looking for, 1, 2. Is everyone okay with that? And it's a hook as well. You know, when some people really, you know, like to me or Peter, do a hook, and then there's video of it online, they go, but that's not karate, it's boxing. What? You know, so the Okinawans never worked out, oh my God, you can move your hand in this direction as well. Look at this! All these planes of movement. It's all in the... So the reason why people think karate is all straight shots is the influence of modern competition. Right? So modern competition, when you're sparring at a distance, they're not close enough for arcing shots, you use straight shots. So in modern sport karate, it's 99% straight shots. But if you look at the older version, you've got hooks, uppercuts, hammer fists, knees, elbows, headbutts, all kinds of stuff. Like, Funakoshi talks about how to spit on people. Itaman talks about how to use a beer bottle effectively. Utsuka talks about if they're smoking a pipe, as all criminals do, if they're smoking a pipe and bring it towards the middle of the mouth and whack it and knock it down the throat. You know what I mean? There was a better class of criminal in Okinawa, I think. Not so many criminals like that in the UK. You know, couple of rewards, knife in one hand, pipe in the other. You know, but anyway, you know, so it's a very broad art. You certainly see hooks. From there, 1, 2. Is that okay? With control, but still moving the body mass, so you could hurt them if you wanted to. You're just going to not let it go through the target. Is that all right? And I'll show you the next part of it, okay? But I know that the example Motobu wants to give you assumes you're both in the same stance. So you're left to left or right to right, okay? It really matter practically, of course. So if I'm on the inside, I can do that. Let's say he swings a shot with the other hand, and I'm here. Well, if I want to hit with the same hand, this one, that's a faster swap. Right. Is that okay? You know what I mean? So you've got the bang, I'll go there. So when Motobu shows this, I don't think he's going, if the opponent swings with this shot and this shot, I think he's showing if it's that hand, do this, if it's this hand, do that. So you're just going to practice those two options end to end, right? So again, it'll be 1, 2, 1, 2. Everyone okay with that one? All with my left hand. Left, 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 left. Is that okay? And then he gets to do something. It's one of Motorbu's rare drills where he gets to do something that almost works, but then it doesn't. Is that okay? Because, you know, I mean, he can defend in certain ways, so Motorbu wants to show us how to defend against the defences, so we still remain in a dominant position. Is that okay? Which is, what the thing I love about Motorbu's drills is they are 100% consistent with the methodology of the kata. And I'll show you that as soon as we finish this drill off. We'll start looking at kata examples. Is that all right? So one more time. 1, 2, 1, 2. Is that okay? Yeah, on the inside, and then on the inside of the other one. Or with your left arm. Have a play. Yeah, with the traditional defensive actions, they are quite aggressive, and the idea is to make sure that you are in a position of dominance, a position of advantage, so you can exploit that advantage immediately. That's what we're trying to do, right? So if you just follow Motorbu's 6th drill through, he goes here, here, and then as I get to there, what I try and do is this. But what he does is, as I start to move, he doesn't pull it towards his face, he pulls it across. So remember that kind of sticky blocking we did before? He does it. You know what I mean? So he's got 1, 2, 1, oh. Right, that's going to. Now, what's he going to do now? That's what he wants to do, because I've just tried to do it to him. He's like, okay, so Motorbu goes, yeah, bear in mind that you can do it, but they can do it as well. So if they try and do it, you need to counter their counter before they've even done it. It's always about keeping that advantage to you. So this is what he does. He goes, 1, what's it? Yeah, I need to do a talking pace. 1, 2, 3, 4. As soon as I see that, I know this is what he's going to want to do. So I go, no. He's okay, before he swings a shot, I take it away. And I step right behind him from here. He's like, see how close my leg is? I can throw him from there if I wanted. But what Motorbu does is he goes, bang, I'm going to throw a hook punch, which is boxing apparently. I'm going to throw a hook punch into his floating ribs. What I love about this is if I walk away from it, it looks damn familiar, right? And I always think Motorbu missed a trick there, because that's where he ends. But he should have done that. He should have finished it off. You know, because he shows loads of applications from that handshake in his books, but he just doesn't do it here. So this is what it is. So it's 1, 2, 3. He blocks the shot, and as soon as he's blocked it, I don't want him bouncing back in. So that, no. Is that okay? You know, it immediately stops it before he's even got it coming back in. Step really close. The front of my thigh is against the back of Mikhail's thigh here, right? You know, so I've taken away that line, and then I'll throw that shot underneath. He's okay, and then from there I can give him a partner shot and get out. Is everyone okay with that one? But you see, hopefully you start to see that it's not, I'll wait till the punch is about here and then I'll block it. It's all, I'll block it before you've even thought about throwing it. You know, that's the mindset. It's always trying to take away his options. Like militaries do, right? You know, they don't wait, well, we'll see what missiles are launched. The first thing they do is I'll blow all your missiles up. You know, I mean, I'll take them out before you've had a chance to use them. You know, that's the same kind of thing on a micro scale. I'm okay to give that one a go. That last Motorbu drill, and we'll look at examples from kata. Is that okay? Principally is the reason I'm here. Whereas, you know, so you've got that Enter the Dragon, you know, at the start of the movie, where Bruce is teaching this, you know, looks about 15, 16-year-old kid. He keeps slapping him about the side of the head every time, you know, does something. And there's a bit where he says to him, he goes, it's like a finger pointing to the moon. And the little kid looks at the finger and, you know, sound effects, you know, as of that era. You know, and then Bruce goes, he goes, don't concentrate on the finger or you miss all that heavenly glory. You know what I mean? It's a classic line from that. There's so many good lines from that movie, right? I remember I was teaching in Norway a long time ago. I think it was the first seminar I ever did in Norway. And I said, like in Enter the Dragon, you know, and they all just looked at me blankly. I was like, what kind of country is this? I want to leave. It might be called something else in Norwegian. It occurred to me later on, you know, but that's a great line. So it's the same with the kata examples or these kind of drills. If you fixate on the drill and try and learn the drill or the specific application or the specific button, you're missing the point. You know, the whole point is that is the kind of thing you need to do. It's a principle, but you can't show a principle. You can only show techniques that embody that principle. Teaching in Australia, I had this guy comes up to me and said, I'm getting the techniques in, but I'm not getting what you mean by principles. Can you show me? So I went, okay, let's talk about one principle is keep the enemy in front of you, but don't be in front of your enemy. You know, a position for alignment. So I showed him an example of it, and I see how that principle's at work. He goes, no, I get the technique, but can you show me the principle? Well, I can show you another example of it. So I show him another version, and he goes, no, I'm getting all the techniques. Could you just show me the principle? No! It's like saying, you know, you just can't do that, you know what I mean? Because the principles are ethereal. They're only made manifest by example. So on this one, what he's doing is that. Is that okay? But if we're fighting away, and I did this, it's a different arm, but it's the same idea. You know, I'm pushing an arm across to mess his line up. Is that okay? You don't have to do it the exact way he shows it. Is that okay? You just have to get the idea that it shows. I liken it to like maths books in schools where it goes, here's one we've done for you, here's another one we've done for you. You can work out the rest. You know, we're not going to show you, you know, we don't want you to remember every single possible addition. We want you to work out how to do addition. That it doesn't matter what the numbers are, you can work it out. Most martial artists, unfortunately, get fixated on the example. 2 plus 2 is 4. And they go, I've got it. 2 plus 3 is, I don't know, you've changed the number, that number's wrong. You know what I mean? You know, like what most, you know, that's a wrong attack. It's That's fine for the example, but you need to get past the example. Okay, so let's look at some examples from kata then, simple ones. So there's lots of defensive stuff in kata again, but it is aggressive, and it does aim to take away their ability to land a second shot. So the first thing I want to look at is opener movement of Kanku Dai, Kishanku. You know, for those who were here last year, we covered this in a bit of depth. We'll do it quickly for those that weren't. This movement is also in the Babishi where it's called two dragons play in the water. The picture, if you imagine us drawn as little kind of Chinese stick figures, and if you swing a hook in at me, this is the picture. And it goes, like a golden lion swiping with his paw, this man will lose. Like two dragons, I get the dragons, playing, they're connected, in the water, it's like a dive. You know, like two dragons playing in the water, this man will win. Which I'll always be doing today, by the way. Yeah. So you've got that an initial wedge. Now, it doesn't matter to me, if he swings a shot with that hand and I go bang, if he swings a shot with the other and I go bang, it doesn't make any difference. I throw the arms up, and at this point, if it's coming straight towards me, it will now be deflected by one of those arms. If it's coming round the side, as my arms reach here, my side of my chin is now protected by my arms. Is that okay? He might throw an uppercut, in which case the whole plan goes to rat shit. You know what I mean? It's all going to go wrong there. But it's not the way most people punch when they're explosively punching. It's okay, human beings, we tend to go straight, we tend to arc, we tend to come over. The uppercut is a skilled shot. It's not an intuitive shot. Is that okay? So we play the odds. It's probably going to be one of the others. And we just hope it's not a rising shot, which is rarer. Is everyone okay to do that? So partner swings a shot, doesn't matter which, and you just go there. Easy, right? 30 seconds later, I'll call you back in, but go do that for a second for what it's worth.